Hi, Aquarius. I feel like you guys are kind of disappointed in something. Like something has disappointed you. And I'm not really sure where that feeling is coming from, but when I was, I'll do the sign. It's funny, somebody actually posted and was like, will you do the Aquarius video next? And typically, I always feel really pressured when somebody does that. And I actually didn't really feel pressured because I knew I was going to get it done today. But then they said, I feel like you probably do these readings when you feel like you need to do them. And I knew that I wanted to get the Aquarius video done today. Didn't know why I was waiting until today specifically to do it. But I just had this feeling yesterday. I'm like, it's just not the right time. But I feel this overwhelming disappointment in you. Like there's really something that you were banking on, that you really wanted to work out. And it doesn't have to be like totally devastating, but it's just one of those feelings where it's like, man, what? And I feel like what you're saying is, why does this shit always happen to me? Like, why do I always get into these situations where I feel like stuff is just gonna not work out? Why do I feel so incredibly unlucky? And I don't really think that it's because you guys are actually extremely lucky. And this month is actually extremely lucky for you. It's all in the way you look at it. Because if things are going wrong and things aren't working out the way that you really want them to work out, there's a reason for it. And I know I hate saying everything happens for a reason. But there are opportunities that come to us and are kind of taken away from us right at the last minute to prove a point. To say, okay, well, sure, you really think that this was what you were supposed to be doing? We have the King of Cups. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This person has been somewhat emotional with you. And I feel like this person doesn't have to be a water sign, but is really somebody that has like this underlying affection for you, or you have an underlying affection for them. Whatever it is, you're going through a cycle with this person. And I almost feel like it's been a cycle for a little while. It's like you'll finish the cycle, you'll learn the lesson, you'll start all over again. Sometimes you don't learn the lesson and you have to go back through it, right? This person is a trigger point in your life. And when I say trigger, I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. I mean that this person is there to teach you. 3 of Pentacles. Teach you something about yourself. Teach you about maybe like the path that you need to be taking versus the path that you choose to take. Because if you feel like you just keep becoming unlucky in love, at work, in life, there has been a awakening. The Magician. And it's almost like you're starting to recognize that you are kind of making this happen for yourself. Like you're the one that's having the thought process and manifesting something good or manifesting something bad. Why do I feel like that's funny looking? I don't know why. It's so weird. When an Aquarius is evolving, they can literally have a thought or a thought process, and that becomes reality. And it's just simply because of who you are like striving to be, who your higher self is striving to be. Right now, it's so the way the planets are shifting right now, It's so easy to manifest the good in your life. 9 of Cups. It's also really easy to manifest the bad things in your life. But if you recognize with this 9 of Cups and this World card that you really are coming to the end of a cycle where you're going to get everything that you want, celebration, reunion. I mean, we have like a lot of teamwork happening here. When you start to recognize the things that are showing up in your life and have shown up in your life, and the things that you had to eclipse through February, and the things that you brought into fruition all by yourself, and it's like, if I can do this all by myself, why do I need this teamwork? Well, because this person came into your life, triggered something within you, made you recognize like a whole new person that you didn't even know who, you know, it's like, wow, I didn't even realize that's who I was. And you could already know this person, or you could be just meeting this person. I kind of feel like you've known them for a while, or you feel like you've known them for a while, just because it's such a teamwork atmosphere here. It's like, I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine, kind of thing. It will be very easy to not be able to like have calm discussions at the end of March. So I really kind of like want, Mercury is going retrograde on March 22nd. Right now we're in the pre-shadow period. That's why I kind of am like stumbling over my words, because I feel like you guys might have some issues towards the end of March with just communicating. So I kind of want you to just be present and really enjoy this 9 of Cups. Really enjoy this 3 of Cups. Whatever celebration it is. And this person doesn't have to be a romantic figure in your life. It very well could be. It could be a teammate at work. It could be somebody who is just a very close friend of yours. Whoever it is, you have people around you who are kind of like giving you that attaboy nudge. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are doing just fine. And I don't want that to, we have the Empress. I don't want that to end up, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want the possible negative thought process to overshadow all the good. Like, why do I always feel so lucky? Like, let's not think that, because right now you're not unlucky. You are not unlucky. And it's like hard for an Aquarius sometimes to believe that they are. I mean, it depends on where you are in the evolution. But if you've been feeling really drugged down lately and really like, oh my gosh, like I can't take any more of this heavy energy that's going on. If you like constantly feel like you're battling and battling and battling and fighting and battling, it's okay, but don't keep thinking that it's going to be that way. Aquarians get a really bad rap that they are emotionless. I've heard that before, and I really want to like smack people when they say that, because you guys actually have a very big, loving heart. You just do it very methodically. And I can appreciate that as a Virgo, just because like Virgos and Aquarians in a very romantic situation isn't always the best, because they're both so logical and they're both so analytical that they're always constantly like analyzing the whole situation, right? But, and I mean like, usually with the sun signs, that's the way that it works. I've actually been in a relationship with an Aquarius before, and we were really, really good friends, and we were always able to communicate really, really well. But there just wasn't that emotion there. And it's because we're two very logical signs, right? But I can be the best of friends with you guys. I really can. So what I want you to remember during this time is that it doesn't, you know, it doesn't have to be all about emotions, but kind of show that. Show your watery side. while we're still in Pisces season and heading into Aries season, show that emotional, watery side, because sometimes it's really hard for you guys to do that when you get up in your head. And then you get disappointed because you're like, well, how did that happen? Where was the communication gap with that? I thought I was making myself perfectly clear. Well, right, but then where's the love? Aquarius, where's the love? And this person that you have here, this King of Cups person that you have here, has a lot of emotion for you. A lot of affection. Could be that you are really coming into your own and becoming empowered like the Empress. Doesn't have to be just all female. You can be an Empress too, men. Seriously, we all have divine feminine, divine masculine. But if you choose to show love and affection to this person, this King of Cups person, because they're emotionally mature. Whoever this is, it is somebody who is emotionally mature. It is somebody who can control how they feel. It is somebody who can express how they feel and not feel weird about it. And sometimes a person who really can express how they feel or really can express the love and affection and attention that you truly desire, sometimes that can get very uncomfortable for an Aquarian. You know, 5 of Pentacles, uncomfortable. It's like, ooh, now I got to get away from this. You know? But that's what I mean by the trigger. Whoever this person is, this King of Cups person who's been triggering you for a while or is triggering you now, if you feel that disappointment, if you feel that 5 of Pentacles disappointment, like you've kind of been pushed to the side, this is a healing moment for you. Temperance. Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, the Pisces energy. Hanged Man. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to heal, because this is that karmic lesson that you really needed to learn. And I'm not saying that this person is like that karmic relationship. I don't know what kind of relationship it is. It's not really like, I feel like there's a lot of emotions underlying, you know. A lot of caring is going on in this relationship. So allow this healing moment to come in. This water sign could actually be a Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, or Taurus as well, or an Aries. But allow this healing moment to happen and allow yourself to, if you have to put yourself out for a while, allow yourself to be uncomfortable. I've often had to say to my Aquarius friends, when you get emotional like that, or when you start to feel that emotion, acknowledge it. Because sometimes an Aquarius will not acknowledge that they are becoming emotional. It's like they want to try and bury it before it even happens because it's so incredibly uncomfortable, especially if you're an Aquarius moon. Like, having those emotions is really, really hard to do sometimes, right? So acknowledge it, accept it for what it is and where it's coming from and how it got to you, and then release it. I know it sounds really, really easy to do, and it's not. It is not really easy to do. Because I've had to go through the same thing. Being a Virgo, you know, I have to acknowledge my emotional side. Knight of Pentacles, there it is, the Lovers. The Hierophant and Judgment. So the universe is really carrying you through this moment in your life, because whatever trigger this person brought on for you, or whatever disappointment you're feeling because you cannot like have the reunion right now, or you're not feeling very lucky, or you feel very stuck, it is a strong, strong, strong emotion, right? So if you have to kind of take a step back and go a little slower with the Knight of Pentacles, this could be that Taurus in your life. Or it could just be feeling extremely stagnant, even though you're not, because the Knight of Pentacles still moves forward. So remember that through this. And if this disappointment comes up at the end of March, acknowledge what it is, accept whatever it was that triggered you. Because there's actually a lot of, I mean, like, you guys are so incredibly lucky. Like I talked about, the whole manifestation process that you guys are working on right now, making your life the way that you want to make it. Don't let a little emotional trigger get up in your head and take you back. You know, don't let it go. Don't let it go backwards. Keep moving forward, because you guys are actually doing really well. And I want you to recognize that the end of March is a good time to finish up lessons that have been coming to you, that probably a lot of them came to you during the eclipse. So let's learn that and let's move through it. I really like this reading for you guys. I hope you have a really wonderful second half of March. If you want to have a personal reading, check out the InstantGo app. Also on my website, fearlessintuition.net. All of my services are 10% off through March, through the end of March. On March 31st, they will go back to regular pricing. Thank you so much for being amazing. The energy is really, really heavy. So, you know, it's funny because you guys have so many really great cards. And yet I still feel like, you know, like, why does it have to be so heavy all the time? And it doesn't. And I feel like this is a lesson that you are definitely learning about yourself, that there are really wonderful and good things in March. So try to take these lessons and definitely move forward and celebrate them. Okay? I will see you guys for April. Bye.